So in this chapter, we had standard form equations that looked like, let's say they look something like this. And I want to graph that thing. Well, sometimes they're a little bit tricky. I mean, the easiest one to graph is if it's in slope-intercept form, like if we had this line. Well, I would just start at my y-intercept at -1, and my slope is 1/2. That means I go up 1 and over 2, up 1 and over 2, and I've already made my graph. In standard form, it's not quite like that. Like this won't tell me to start at 3 or 6 or anything like that. I'm going to have to do a little bit of work. So I'm going to make my graph like this. The key thing that we're going to exploit with this is if I find 2 points like that, your brain is already mentally drawing in the line that connects those 2 points. As soon as we have 2 points, we have a line. And the easiest 2 points to find are going to be the x-intercept, where our line crosses the x-axis, and the y-intercept. So it's kind of nice. It's a two-step process. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write the equation down twice. If I need to get 2 points, this one will get me my first point, and this one will give me my second point. I'm going to connect those two dots and we'll be squared away to go. So let's get my first point. In the first point, we're going to assume what would happen if x equals 0, right? It's off screen. What would happen if x equals 0? Well, if x equals 0, then all of this would be gone, right? And all I'd have left is -6y equals 24. Well, that's an equation I can solve. I'm just going to divide everything by -6. And I get my final answer that y would have to equal -4. So where x equals 0 is going to be my y-intercept, and I just figured out my y-intercept's at -4. So that's down here, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the y direction. I'm going to put a big dot right there. And I'm going to find my second point. What would happen if y equals 0? Okay, well, if y would equal 0, then 6 times 0 is nothing, right? If I plugged in a 0 there, well, that's going to disappear then. So really all I have left here, and I'll rewrite it so they're sitting next to each other. What I have left here is 3x equals 24. Well, to solve this equation, I'm one step away. I just need to divide both sides by 3, and I get my solution of x equals 8. So I just found my x-intercept for across the x-axis, 8 in the positive direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So right there. I have my first point, my second point. I'm going to draw a line in between. I graph that line.